Real quick, just want to say this video is not intended for kids, as The Sims 4 is rated T14 and I use graphic mods. I'm terrible with Star Wars. I'm more of a Trekkie, so excuse my poorly butchered names of these characters. Hello, my beautiful lovelies. Rose8767 here. We're trying something new today because I got a new microphone. And I want to, well, not new today as in like a new series. We're continuing with Journey to Batuu, but I got a new microphone recently and I'm hoping it works. It seems to be working, like, volume-wise, but I did get a new microphone, so it's an external microphone. It's not the one built in, because my gaming headphone microphone seems to have stopped working. I don't know why. I can't make it work, so it doesn't work. So here we are with Journey to Batuu. We're with Cameron today. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on the scoundrels. Again, I'm testing this microphone out for the first time, so this doesn't work out. I'm gonna go ahead, I want to ask him for a mission, though. I've already done all the Batuu stuff, haven't I? Yeah, so he's got the scoundrel thing, so he needs to, like, that's why, excuse me, that's why I wanted to have him talk to the scoundrels, but, oh, there it is, ask to see missions. I'm blind, apparently. What are you even doing over here? I'll just, just randomly chatting to this person at the bar. Like you do. Can you actually ask to see missions, though, instead of canceling out the damn thing? Oh. Never mind. What's this I see? A fresh new face cared to join me in a game of sabacc. It's really the only proper way to get to know someone. What have you got to lose? You might make a new friend. Either way, you get to bask in my good looks for a while. Okay, well, I don't know about good looks, but I guess we need to challenge him to sabacc, though. Let's go ahead and play sabacc with Honda. Hondo? What is your name? Hold on. Stop moving. Hondo Onaka. I'm terrible with Star Wars. I'm more of a Trekkie, so excuse my poorly butchered names of these characters. I'm definitely more of a Trekkie. Now, we need to... He tends to cheat, so I guess we need to keep an eye on him. Make sure he's not cheating. If we catch it, we can accuse him of cheating. So we just kind of have to wait for it. Also, we should probably, play logically, I think. Cameron should have some pretty good logic still, right? This lady has just randomly decided to come over here and start dancing. I won! Well, there we go. I didn't even have to accuse him of cheating. I won. Mission complete. That took way easier. That was way easier than I did it on my off-camera stuff. Good game, my friend. I went easy on you, of course. You know, I could use your help earning some credits. Of course, you'd get your cut too. Okay, so we earned 400 credits. And some scoundrel reputation. Oh no, no. You're playing again. Well, we probably just lost some credits because he decided to start playing again. I hate you, Cameron. I hate that they automatically will start playing on their own again. Yeah, those credits, they're gone. Now we can't get those credits back. Thanks, Cameron. You ruined it. Alright, well, Let's not mope on those lost credits. They're easily gained at backable. Let's go ahead and ask to see missions. I can't even like grab. What annoys me is they won't grab their credits off the table after if you make them quit the game. Quit. They'll just leave them there for somebody can get them on the next game. Why? If it isn't one of the finest sabacc players I have ever had the pleasure of losing to, I have a little favor to ask you, my friend. A colleague of mine. This doesn't sound suspicious at all. Suspicious at all. Also, I should probably be talking more into my microphone. Um, a colleague of mine is holding a package, but there was he was called out of town on business before I could pick it up. Yes, totally on business. Maybe he wasn't arrested at all. There's no way for me to get it without creatively bypassing his security. Uh-huh. Don't worry, I wouldn't ask you to break into a stranger's home. We're old friends. Uh-huh. Go speak with Doc Onda and he'll give you a data spike. Use it to breach my friend's door and bring his package. I mean, my package. Agreed? Wonderful. Uh-huh. This doesn't sound super suspicious at all, Mr. Hondo. Where is Doc Onda, by the way? You didn't tell me where Doc Onda was. Lazarantos. That's the transport place. Oh! No, that's Olga's. Wait. Hold on. I thought I was at. Oh. I thought. Never mind. I'm at. Oh. There we go. It's right next door. It's right next door. Huh. Okay, well, I guess I went farther than I went out when I zoomed out because, I started at the Olga's Cantina. Anyway, Doc Onda or whatever is right next door to the Olga Cantina. Just future reference, everybody. Alright, come on, get me some data spikes. Cool. Alright, oh, kyber crystals. We might have to come back for those. We do need a data spike. Let's get a couple of data spikes though, because you never can be too safe. Jacques Villarreal. Excuse me, what? Hold on. What is this? Hey Cameron, we'd love to have you join the Good Timers. What do you think? No. I'm not. I'm in the. First of all, how the hell are you making phone calls in intergalactic space, Jacques Villarreal? So where's this friend's house I need to break into? Speaking of which, not there. Where is this friend's house that I'm breaking into? Okay, so we got this bad site. Attain the package, deliver the package. Okay, but how do we obtain it? Travel to the first order district using your phone. Honda, are you sure you're friends with this person? Alright, first order district, here we come. No, Evelina can stay where she is. She's fine. She's just helping the resistance is all. She's being a good girl and helping the resistance. Well, Cameron's Tizzy being a scoundrel. Hey, at least he's not helping the first order. Though, it could be interesting to have him do the first order while also doing side jobs. Why is there... This random child has come to outer space. Was he abducted by aliens? I don't know what causes that in games. I don't know. Does anybody else have that where they load to a new lot and random children show up there? They leave as soon as, you press play, but, like, the fact that they're there in the first place? I don't know. Is that a glitch with The Sims, or is that, like, a mod issue I have? The random children just show up whenever you load the lot. And I will admit, at first, when I first download a pack, it doesn't do that. They don't randomly have children on your lot. But then after a while, it starts happening again. I don't know if this is an MCC command issue that I'm having that I don't know how to fix. Alright. It looks like we need to this is the panel we need to do. So let's go ahead and analyze panel, because it's just like I learned from experience that this is just like the Jungle Adventures thing, and only one thing is right. So you need to analyze it to actually make it work. Oh, apparently you can't analyze the name. Oh well, that was easy. It's like right there. Only one time was needed. Now, hopefully, because there's some first order people right there, I don't get in trouble. Because they're like right there. Apparently, I need to remove that mod when I'm not playing when I'm not playing in my royal family save. Because it's kind of messing with things like this place, because some of these people are like, I'm a royal nanny, but you're also, oh, I'm being talked to. Uh-oh. Whoa. Oh, okay. Never mind. False alarm. Alright, bypass security doors, sir, before you get caught, because you randomly walked over to a first order officer. I don't even know why he did that. Why he thought that, even remotely thought that was a good idea. Well, there we go. He's in there. This is the part of the game where we play the waiting game for Cameron to come out of the rabbit hole with the item. I really wish there were some like interactable dungeons though with this. Like, they only gave us 3 lots in this entire world, and they're not even really lots. They're like, this is the lot, okay? But it doesn't register as a lot in map view, but this is one of them. This is the only thing where you're able to place items, and if you have free build enabled like I do right now, which I actually, so I always have free build enabled with MC Command Mod. So because of that, I can go and build in this lot anytime I want to. But otherwise, you'd have to enter a cheat, which I can't remember what it is because I never use it anymore. But technically, there are 3 lots: the Cantina, the Resistant Mountain Base. I don't know if you ever, we haven't gotten that far in the series to show you that, but they have a hole in the side of a mountain base that I figured out from personal play. And then the first order base, the first order, this thingy. Anyway, I'm going to be replacing this, well, not replacing it completely, but replacing it with somebody who's added like beds and bathrooms and stuff, because I feel like the first order would have a place for their people to sleep and pee between shifts. You'd think they would. The Cantina, maybe not so much. There's a rabbit hole hotel in the area, so you don't have to worry about your needs, but I feel like the Resistance has tents for their people to sleep, but First Order has nothing. I feel like they need a bunker for their people, but whatever. We'll worry about that later. Right now, we're gonna get our package to Hondo. But like, I'll have to show you with Evelino see if I can with her next mission, because she's not that far up in the Resistance yet, but they do have this whole base inside of the side of a mountain, which is their lot. The tents actually aren't on said lot; they're just around the area. But there is a lot in their world, it's not a traditional lot because it doesn't register on the map, but honestly, though, I feel like they could have given us way more with this. The lots, I'm sorry. If we're gonna be living in here, there should have been livable lots. And on top of it, this is mostly rabbit hole stuff. Like I had fun. I did. Mind you, I have no idea what some of the words and things are, or how to even recognize some of these alien species. But I think there is death to this game in its own little way. But I also want to note, so in personal play, I had a sim that I had do the start the resistance, betray the resistance, and then doing the first order. and then she met an alien who was a scoundrel and fell in love with him, and like got married and stuff. Now, the reason I really liked said alien is he was technically an alien, so he was wearing like the mask thing that they wear, but I took it off him and was like, oh my god, he's a secret cutie. So I had her marry him. But when even though I took the mask thing off of him, when I went back to Batuu with him and her together, he couldn't do anything with the First Order because there's like the aliens are not allowed to do things with aliens are not welcome in the First Order. So even though technically he was wearing a mask and it didn't intimidate an alien, the game registered him as an alien that could not that and not a human. So he was unable to do things in the First Order because he wasn't human. And I thought that was really cool. They may not technically be aliens and have alien powers, but the game registers that the alien species on Batuu as aliens, even if you remove their masks. There's some kind of hidden trait that makes them technically an alien. Of course, they're not a whole new flushed out occult like we hoped it would. Like with get like how they would fix the aliens and get together kind of thing. But it's still a pretty cool mechanic that the game doesn't register them as normal humans, even if you remove their mask. I just kind of wish though that it was like a little more to this than mostly rabbit holes. I kind of wish, like, I what I would have personally expected from a game pack myself that was this whole mission based thing, kind of like what they did in the trailer. It looks like they were going through dungeons and like little dungeon type explorations, like how they you do in Jungle Adventures, like in the actual temple. And that's what I thought they were doing when I first saw the gameplay trailer. And I was so excited for that. Like it was going to be like Jungle Adventures, but a space mission. I really like Jungle Adventures, just FYI. But no, it wasn't even that, and that's what really disappointed me the most. Is because that could have been really cool to like go to the First Order and infiltrate their base and go deep underground their base, sneak by people, go through traps and stuff. No, it's not what we got. And while I am having fun but also probably won't play it again after this is said and done. Uh, well, I am having fun in the times that I am playing it, but I also probably once the newer stuff like newer packs come out, probably I will never touch this again. That's the sad part. Like I'm having fun now because I honestly for a while was bored of The Sims. I will not lie. I literally got bored of The Sims. There was it wasn't like for my gameplay style. There just wasn't a lot left that I wanted to do, even though there is so much in the game, and that's also because a lot of the stuff that is doable, um, either I've done it before, or it wasn't very really good, or it was repetitive, or something, and I haven't wanted to play The Sims 4 in the normal style or with what's actually included for kind of a while. And then Batu came and was like, okay, this is a little different. I'm not happy about this different. I'm indifferent. But then I got it and I was like, okay, I'm having fun, but it's not going to stay fun forever. And that's what I expect. See, that's what's the has to be a thing with The Sims. You have to continue to want to play it. I'd still play it. But sometimes I don't play it for very long anymore because I'm usually that guy who plays it for like hours on end. But I'm not committing to the game like how I used to in late current states because it's getting boring. There's so much to do and not all of it is worth it. And then some of the newest DLCs are good for, a temporary type thing, but after a while you don't want to do it unless you suddenly, like years in the future, decide to say, hey, I'm gonna go do this now. Like, I haven't done a Jungle Adventures type thing since I finished my Let's Play for it, but I was playing it a lot at the time, and before that even. But in recent times, I haven't done anything with Jungle Adventures for quite some time. Um, and I've kind of been doing challenges recently with my channel and in my personal play to kind of spice up my own gameplay. The royal family thing I started was because I wanted to try something that was completely unrelated to, completely different from the way Sims usually works. I'm also doing an apocalypse legacy on my personal play because that's something that spices it up, because I limit what my Sims can actually do, and I enjoy that. It's kind of got me into playing The Sims more is when I do challenges and mod stuff, because unfortunately, I like The Sims 4. I do. I like the graphics. I like the aesthetic. I do think it needs some work. I do. But I compared to The Sims 2 and The Sims 3, my ranking personally is The Sims 2 is first, then The Sims 4, then The Sims 3. And the reason I don't like The Sims 3 as much as the other two is, for me, I like to build my own world, which I can't really do in the same aesthetic as I can The Sims 2 and The Sims 3. But what I like to do is, with The Sims 4, I mean, but what I like to do is I like to have families that I created, have them have kids, multiple kids. The kids move out, start their own families, and then neighborhood kind of becomes all of my Sims for the most part. I can't do that in The Sims 3, at least not the way I want to, because while you technically can switch families in The Sims 3, and the way it works is, if so, okay, so say the current family I want to play wants to have a baby, but and they got them pregnant, and I decided to go over to another family for a bit. If I leave that family and come back to the family when they're ready to have the baby, the want to have a baby is not there anymore. And that pisses me off. That's one thing that pisses me off. Another thing, though, that pisses me off with The Sims 3 is the way the story progression works. So, okay, so let's, for example, say I had a family, two Sims. They moved in this really poor house on this really big lot, okay? So they work their way up in their careers, they have some kids, they build up the lot. 5 generations later, it's a mansion, right? Okay. So all the families live in that big-ass mansion, right? Okay. So I go to play with another family for a second, and I don't know, they decide that they don't want to live in the mansion anymore, so they move. I built that mansion from scratch. Why are you moving out of my mansion? Another thing is that I could have a Sim that I want to be the heir to their family, their now rich family. That Sim is supposed to take over, and the other kids are going to move out when they grow up, because and this Sim in question is probably already a young adult. I go to play another family. I get a notification that she's been kicked out. That ruins it for me. I can't play with other families because they'll do things that I don't want them to. They'll have relationships and things that I didn't want them to, and I'm very controlling about that stuff. Some Simmers in The Sims 3 like that, seeing them having their world come to life. I like my NPCs coming to life. I don't like my Sims doing things that I didn't personally want. I don't like it when they move out of this house that I put all this effort into. I don't like it when they kick out the Sim that was supposed to take over the household one day. I don't like it when my sim gets married to somebody who I didn't want them to and is extremely ugly. Sims 3's story progression, and with mods, mind you, doesn't make me want to play one other than one family. And that's just the downside of the way the game is built, like story progression wise, and even better story progression with mods. But the lag that goes with it, the clutter of the memories, which you can fix by disabling memories, and I didn't know that for a very long time. And there's so many things that make the game run slower for me. Makes me not want to put the effort into it. I'll have moods when I want to play The Sims 3, but I play The Sims 2 and The Sims 4 way more. The Sims 2, I like it. Now, let's face it, The Sims 2 is the most broken of the family. Not it's easy to corrupt that game. It is. But I'm very careful. I've only ever corrupted a save file once, and I'm very careful since then. But that's because when I first started playing, I didn't know how easy it was to corrupt, so I accidentally ended up corrupting the save file. I put years of family play in, it seems to work time family play into, so I was a little sad. But what I liked about The Sims 2 and The Sims 4 is that my played families won't do something if I'm not telling them to. They won't age, they won't get married, they won't do any of that. I allow other Sims in my world with MC Command Mod to have their relationships and continue on because I'm not playing them, so I don't have to control their relationships. I don't want to have them to die off because I'm not controlling them. But my personal played Sims, I don't age Sims that I'm not currently playing with. And with MC Command Mod, my play Sims aren't having babies while I'm not there to decide who their baby daddy is going to be or who they're going to get married to or things like that. I don't tell those Sims to have a life without me controlling it. I'm very controlling about my Sims and how I want their lives to go. I usually, now, mind you, I usually like off camera. I was using mods like um, Wicked Whims for the personality system and chemistry system. I'm so glad they made Wonderful Whims because now that's the only one I use. Let's face it, I only use Wonderful Whims now. But I'm so glad they made that because I can now use Wonderful Whims in my actual Let's Plays versus just off camera Wicked Whims because I didn't want to have to put the extra effort into censoring that. But I loved the chemistry in that. So while I can still pick the Sims, I can see who my Sims are attracted to. And I also use a lot of mods for spontaneous things. Like I use MC Command Woohoo. And that'll make my Sims just randomly chat, and I'll have like no strings attached woohoo. So these Sims who have no romantic bar will just be chatting and like, hey, want to go do it? And it can be really funny and awkward at times because they'll be like, the spouse is right next to them, and they're talking to the neighbor, and the neighbor just kind of propositions them to go woohoo in the shower or something, and I'm like, dude, your husband is right there. Why are you saying yes? And they don't even. It's because it's no strings attached. They don't deny it. So they'll just be like, she'll be just my wife's sim will just be chatting up the neighbor, and the husband will be right there, and they'll decide to just go do it, and it's really really sad. It's really funny. It's the drama that I like in The Sims. But then on top of that, then uh, I need to get meaningful stories again. I really do. But and some relationship mods because I was relying on the in-game relation stuff for that. Now, granted, when the Sims are not married, they just get this mood that like drifting love, and But if they're married, they'll get either drifting love or this angry mood really for it. And the sim who cheated will have this mood they called caught cheating. And it'll either be tense or embarrassed. So because it does it more when they're married, but it work. I personally think it should also work if they're not quite married yet, especially if their relationship bar was pretty high. That's why I need to actually get meaningful stories back into my game. I had it for a short while, but I didn't know how to work it, so I need to actually look into that because apparently it's a really good thing. Now, I don't personally use slice of life, but I have a really stupid reason for doing that. I like some of the things that slice of life mentions that it can do, and that's why I wanted to use it for a while. But me personally, I can't be bothered with slice of life only because it irks me. Okay, so I like the emotional things they get, like tears in their eyes and dark circles when they're tired, and the drunk editions. But um, what irks me, okay, The Sims 4. Let's face it, The Sims 4. The graphics are better, but they're a little more on the cartoon side. I'm okay with that. But the blush system for me in Slice of Life, it's turned too cartoony. It's turning them too cartoony for my liking. Like I'm okay with them looking a little cartoony. They look way better than the Sims 3 Sims. I mean, those Sims were horrible looking. They were all potatoes. So, but the extreme like redness of the face that Slice of Life does with the blush, flirty emotion and embarrassed emotion, it's too cartoony for me. That's where I draw the limit. That's where I draw the limit on cartoonizing The Sims 4. Um, and that's what makes me not want it because and there's other things too, technically, for me that annoy me. Like for example, the sickness system in Slice of Life. I hate the sickness system only because you can't actually, because it's not programmed to be part of Get to Work. It's programmed to be base game. You can't actually take medicine and get better. So, and there's no medicine included that I'm aware of in Quaisti's Slice of Life sickness system. And that honestly irks me because my Sims will get these moods that are making them uncomfortable because they're sick, but they can't treat it. And that's something that just really irks at me. Alright, so anyway, uh, I'm ranting for a while. I sense a legitimate business opportunity here. Very legitimate indeed. Okay, we got 400 credits, and we got a scoundrel reputation. We got a bonus reward. Cool. We got a bonus reward. What is our bonus reward? A lightsaber. Interesting. All right, we got a lightsaber. Cool. We're gonna actually. How long have I been going for? First of all. Okay, well, I spent so much time ranting that I've been going for 30 minutes. Well, this was more just a test. I did a mission. I did two missions actually. So I think that's a pretty good place to end it. Again, I was just mostly trying to test my new mic today, so I'm hoping it did really good. I think it did really good. I think the mic worked out the way I wanted to. I'll have to check it in the recording, but thank you all, my beautiful lovelies. I will see you all in the next one. Remember, I post videos every single day. No, almost every single day, and I shall see you soon. Bye!